We are snaking through the streets of Cambodia's capital city, on the tail of a suspected American pedophile who has no idea that his every move is being watched. His name is Harvey Johnson. He's 57 years old, a failed real estate developer from Arizona. Here in Cambodia, he's been teaching English out of his home, which has given him plenty of opportunity to get close to children. Investigators from a nonprofit group called Apple first noticed Johnson in October of 2007, when they say he was behaving suspiciously with children in public. They've been tracking him day and night for the last 2 years. Apple used an undercover spy agent to befriend Johnson.
2 years in August.
In this hidden camera video, Johnson is allegedly selling the agent child pornography.
She was hot.
The agent also recorded hours of conversations in which he says Johnson speaks freely about molesting young girls.
Slip my little finger right up in, but it was snug. It was very small.
Investigators now tell us that an arrest may be coming very soon.
So show me where the camera is.
This is the camera?
This is the camera.
Yeah.
Looks good.
And they've agreed to give us extraordinary access to the final days of their efforts to take down Harvey Johnson.
As you're about to see, these guys have this surveillance thing down to a science. They have Harvey Johnson entirely surrounded.
An Apple agent takes us to Johnson's home.
They tell me now the 4 children enter Harvey Johnson's house.
4 children entered his house.
Yes.
4 little girls.
A little girl.
This area are the investigators.
And
These gentlemen here.
On Johnson Street, they have agents staked out at strategic locations posing as motorbike taxi drivers.
Orange juice.
This is an Apple agent posing as a vendor of cold drinks. They even have agents staked out in the house next door to Johnson's. One of the agents points out these 3 girls, who he says are Johnson's students and his victims. They appear to have recently left Johnson's house. Then, to our surprise, we spot Johnson himself sitting at an outdoor restaurant.
We're going to go to the same restaurant.
okay.
As we go in to take a closer look, he strikes up a conversation.
For what? How long the time?
A couple weeks.
Oh, a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
And you're just enjoying all the sights and
Exactly.
diversions?
Exactly.
He gives us pointers on where to stay.
Plus easy transportation. And it's a nicer location. You get to a variety of interesting places like Martinis.
What's your name?
Martini's is a notorious nightclub, reputedly filled with underage prostitutes.
78922.
What's your name?
Harvey.
Harvey.
He gives us his phone number and we leave before he gets suspicious.
Let's get out of here.
As investigators make their final preparations for the raid on Harvey Johnson, we go out to get a fuller picture of the profoundly depraved sexual underworld here in Cambodia.
I put medicine, sorry, man.
Pedophiles from America and all over the world come here because the people are poor and the police are often corrupt. Watch what happens when we roll into this neighborhood, known as a place where children are sold for sex.
How old is this girl?
14 years old.
She's 14.
Yeah.
It's really easy to do this.
Yes. You two together.
2.
And 13 and 14.
13 and 14.
There's police here.
Yeah. This will be interesting.
The cops pull up,
Police here.
but instead of arresting us, they open our back door and try to push 2 girls inside.
The police are here and they're putting the girls in the car?
No, we don't want it.
So you can sell a 14 or 15-year-old girl and the police don't stop you?
No.
It's okay?
Yeah.
It's 3 days before the raid on Harvey Johnson, and we attend the trial of this man.
Sir, are the charges against you true?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, are the charges against you true? Did you abuse those kids? His name is Michael Dodd, a registered sex offender in Florida who, even though he was still on parole, somehow managed to leave the U.S. and move to Cambodia. Now, Dodd is minutes away from standing trial along with the woman to his right. They are accused of arranging a marriage between Dodd and the woman's 14-year-old daughter.
I might ask her a question directly. Mom, do you love me?
In this undercover video, Apple's spy agent translates while Dodd complains to the girl's mother that her daughter is being insufficiently affectionate with him, despite how much money he's giving the family.
Is there a word for mannequin? When I kiss her, I feel like I'm kissing a statue because there's no response. Just like a limp pillow.
Mom said don't mind her because she's young. She's not like an older person. And so...
But she sees on TV and she sees on movies how girls react when a man kisses them.
After the trial, as Dodd is being taken back to prison to await his verdict, he speaks to us. The allegation against you is that you essentially took advantage of a vulnerable family, paying them off to have access to their very young daughter.
Yeah, that's what they're accusing me of, sure.
And you're saying there's nothing to it?
No, because there's love. I loved her, crazy about her.
How can you be in love with her? You're roughly 60 years old. She doesn't speak your language. She's very young.
Well, look at this. You know, our previous generations, before we were born, before they made the age limits, there wasn't such a... I'm sorry.
Hi, my name is Dan. Outside the courthouse, we meet Dodd's victim from ABC News. Do you think Michael Dodd behaved inappropriately with you?
Improper, wrong.
Improper. Did he sexually abuse you?
Yeah.
We watch as the girl is completely shunned by members of her own family who blame her for getting her mother in trouble. Only her younger brother, too young to understand, comes over to give her a hug.
But be careful with them.
Okay. After several days of following the Harvey Johnson investigation, we are called and told that something big is about to happen.
It's first thing Sunday morning. We've been called to the house right next door to Harvey's house. The arrest, we're told, is imminent.
Agents from Apple and ICE have gathered to wait.
He's just left his house. He's walking this way. He's having breakfast at a restaurant just down the street, which is the same place we saw him a couple days ago.
An undercover police officer rolls up.
Police are starting to close in. That's a police officer in a walkie-talkie.
Suddenly, we're racing to see a raid 2 years in the making.